Hi, YouTube. We're here for game, I think, 7. Was it 7? Did I say 7?
6 or 7.
Yeah, 7. Game 7 of the Alphabetical Kingdoms. And we're here with Wandering Winder.
Yeah. And as you all know out in YouTube land, uh, that when you're counting, it goes 16 and then 7.
Yes. I'm not playing these games in order. So we just played game 16, which was the Silk Roads game. And now we're playing 7.
So, okay, Governor is one of the promos that made it into to fit your 200, huh?
Yes,
Or your 201 because Young Witch.
that's
That
right.
was the issue, right?
Yeah.
Is it the only promo?
Actually, all of them except Black Market.
Oh,
I got rid of Tournament because I hate it. And
okay.
then, and because of your power rankings, I needed 2 more to cut, so I took the 2 lowest on there, Scout and Adventurer.
Scout? Scout would be great in this kingdom. There's nothing for it to, well, it can pick up great hauls. The original combo that actually makes Scout a power card, but is so bad on raw power, it's terrible anyway.
Yes.
It's when you're like, yes, I got there, and
You.
you realize you're still completely crushed.
That may or may not have happened to me before. Yes.
You know, I once had a pretty nice Scout Apothecary engine. Now I'm pretty sure that doing just about anything else would have been, better, but it worked well.
Hey, with a university gain, you have nothing better to do. You already have great hauls in your deck.
I mean, I've used it. There's a couple videos somewhere around. I don't know. Ages old. I think they're back on ISO with Steph, where it was a scrying pool. It can work with scrying pool.
Yeah. I've successfully used Scout where you needed Scout once. It was ISO. Only draw on the board was Scout Great Hall, and you desperately needed it. Great Hall
Surely,
split.
yeah, but this is the exact thing I'm talking about. Like, you just play big money and beat the thing that desperately needs draw. Like,
I don't know that big money was viable on that board. There was Sea Hag, Chapel, Goons.
mm, and some village that didn't increase hand size ever.
University, yeah.
Ooh, ooh, I don't think that's mm, interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe. We should go back to that sometime. The old design a kingdom to make Scout good.
Just play the Intrigue Adventures on GoCo.
No, but I can't believe that it's actually better than not getting it there.
Uh, Play the Intrigue Adventures on GoCo. That's my
I
advice. I feel like
I'd
Donald.
prefer I'd prefer not to do that.
Yeah, that's
I went and
correct.
played through some of those adventures and it's just, oh my gosh, it's such a beating.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to get some promos and I just realized, man, I don't really want it that much. Also, we're down to like not very much time before it makes you lose.
Oh, hey. No bigs. I'll play Copper. I should probably mute you and talk about this kingdom, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, great. Um, Bye.
bye.
So, what's going on here? Attacks. Well, we have Goons and Ghost Ship and Fortune Teller, which doesn't really matter. Well, is there defense against that? Well, there's not defense per se, but I mean, they're discard attacks and they're gonna get played on you, so that's a thing. Draw. What are we doing about draw? Well, there's Governor. Governor's draw. Governor Goons will make your opponent cry into their pillow. And also, Governor Fortress. Fortress is amazing against opponents' governors. Look at all these 5s you want. And you get them for free. I mean, particularly Governor, but Grave Robber could be okay. Grave Rob stuff into Grand Market. Fortress into Grand Market. Ghost Ship is nice for extra draw to play it. Governor ending with Ghost Ship is better than Governor ending with Goons, I think. Although it may not matter. The trashing. Well, it's only Governor, which makes Fortress even more powerful. Ooh, I have a 2/5. That's going to be nice, I think. I'll probably open with Governor. But I want to get Fortresses and use Governors for remodeling as much as I can before he gets too much of an advantage off of it. But there's a lot of power here, and I'm probably going to get owned. Governor just has to be key here. Yep, multi-goons is really only viable with lots of governors, and yep, that's the plan. Wait a second. I don't have a 2-5. I have a 3-4. I played a copper. My opening then is what? Silver Fortress? Double silver? Double silver.
So, yeah, gardens. I love gardens so much. I mean, it's got to be Governor Goons, right? That's so boring. Maybe with Ghost Ship, but yeah, Goons. Goons! Everybody's favorite card is Goons. Golem? Yeah. Unfortunately, I was thinking there were some interesting interactions here, but Governor Goons is just too good. Oh, the interesting interactions that I thought were interesting was Governor and Fortress. Yeah, and that is an interesting interaction, but it's just going to be Fortress, Governor, Goons, maybe some Ghost Ships. It might be important to cut Fortresses off. And do we want Golems ever? Could be nice. Could be nice. Um, yeah, I don't... It's just sort of boring, not much going on. Silver Fortune Teller? Fortune Teller seems... That's a minor combo with Governor, right? You make them draw a green card. But then when they're discarding anyway, that doesn't make that much difference. Yeah, I think I'm gonna skip out on Fortune Teller. Just because, it doesn't do that much over silver. Because early on it cycles them, which is possibly even good. And they're very likely to have a green card anyway. It's like sort of middle, it's okay, but then you want to be playing your goons. And I don't think I want to open Fortress. But second shuffle, it's going to be like all Fortresses. And maybe even Great Hall's pretty early. Yeah, I think Great Hall's pretty early. They're not great, but they're okay. Alright. And he's played out 3 coppers and still has me muted.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. I unmuted you and then didn't talk.
Oh, okay. I guess that works. And sat there for a little while?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
It was
okay.
so good.
That sounds like my idea of a fun Saturday afternoon.
Yes.
I don't know. Is it afternoon where you? Probably
It
afternoon
is.
where you are. Oh wait, yeah,
Eastern
no.
time? Yeah.
Oh, you're in Eastern time?
Yeah.
Michigan is Eastern time? Are you?
It is, but I live in Ohio, Cincinnati.
You went all the way to Michigan for a Dominion tournament?
I totally did. It was so worth it.
Oh, that's dedication, Holmes.
Oh, yes.
I would not go 500 feet for a Dominion tournament right now, but that's because there's ice everywhere.
Yeah, I was snowed in yesterday. It was awesome. And by awesome, I mean terrible.
It actually was sort of awesome for me yesterday. I worked from home. They actually told me to not come to work. It was, like, surreal.
I'm so jealous.
I mean, I still worked from home, but
You didn't have to go
like,
out.
I gotta go make myself a hot lunch. It was good. Oh yeah, what did I want to do here? Oh, I wanted to have Goko freeze up on me. That's what I wanted to
Ooh,
do.
good call.
Yeah.
Ooh, play a copper. Strong play.
The old disguising the 5-2 split.
My favorite thing to do when I'm buying a 2-cost card on turn 1 is to play my coppers one at a time, just to make my opponent sweat.
My first video back, by the way.
Yes.
I totally nailed my opponent for doing that. He played his coppers one at a time, and I totally was like, probably means he has this split. And I was correct.
Nice.
Well, I'm glad to see we've come to different conclusions about what's good here.
Um, I would be glad if we had the same because that means I'm more likely to be right.
We've done the exact same thing so far.
We have, yes. So good. Uh-oh. This is why I lose. Well, wow. Actually, this is sort of interesting. Um, hmm.
That was the be that was the beginning of an ah, and then like I don't know if you muted me or what.
Oh, I didn't mute you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Good. I'm gonna
I
mute
think it
you.
just cut out for a
I'm
second.
gonna mute you now.
Okay.
Governor remodel Fortress into Grand Market or Goons, or draw a bunch. Grand Market feels okay. Probably not wise, because he can also get the benefit. Ugh. Yeah, I should probably draw a bunch. That's probably smarter.
Ooh, playing Fortress.
Does this change anything? Probably not. Hmm. Well, wait a second. There should be enough stuff in here for me to get to
Really confused.
Goons, right? So
Oh.
I can just get a governor this turn and
Oh.
remodel into fortress. Ugh, what if he has a fortress?
Well,
I don't
so
know
he
if I can
probably has
remodel.
another governor in hand and was
Yes.
trying to work out whether to hmm,
He's right so far. I think gaining a gold is okay. I don't really want the gold. I'd rather remodel. YOLO.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Are you gonna make me cry?
No. I don't. I mean, I I I I'm gonna trash something. It's not gonna be a fortress though.
Okay, good.
Um, yeah, you were. I predict that you were trying to figure out there for a second whether you wanted to governor your fortress to trash your fortress.
True. You are correct.
Um, great. Now, what do I want to trash here? And what do I want to get?
Hmm. Well, I would have gotten a great haul there, and against any other opponent, I would be. Oh wow, deck, you're amazing. Oh,
I was
thank you.
thinking I was thinking about that, but
But against you, that's a this is why I lose moment.
this is why you lose. We're gonna do this, which I have a little bit of trepidation about because I really need to be getting more governors, I think. How can you say no to goons?
It's so
Everybody's
good.
favorite card is goons. Okay, no, this time.
Well, I have to hit goons this turn. It needs to happen. I can't delay this any longer, so you get a nice big hand. Yeah, great.
Wow, that clapping game came through pretty well.
Yeah. My microphone, I've gotten very positive reviews about it. Of course this, but whatever. 6 cards, 2 fortresses.
Hmm.
So many dollars, so many victory points. So there's no way he has a fortress in hand, right? He just saw all of them and hasn't shuffled yet. So I can shuffle in goons before I draw. Yeah, I think that's what I want. This is where we see if I'm able to track your deck. Ooh, I am. Yes, very good. Well, that could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, let's do this.
Well, I think I'll be discarding something anyway, right? Let's just trash that business. Oh, well, thanks.
Oh, well, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, well, this is pretty terrible.
I disagree.
I guess what I want is another fortress. It doesn't feel very good, though. I guess I'll get it. And all of a sudden, this fortress is in my hand is not amazing anymore. Oh boy. Oh, I'm toast. Well, keep trying.
All right, all right.
Um, hmm. What I would really like to is to find another goons to play, but I should probably just gain a goons here. I think I can use another governor for cards. Maybe not.
Triggered me a reshuffle. I'm so happy.
Ooh, I love reshuffles.
Well,
Shuffling
I'm just
cards is so good.
See, the thing is, I'm actually happy you did it before you played Goons, so that now if you play Goons, I can discard all my junk and not have to redraw it again.
Hmm. Well, I didn't have the actions at the time. I was.
I figured you often don't really have. It's one of those things that if you have like a wealth of luxury, you can play around, but you usually can't.
Um, well, what I need to win is more goons, right? Um, so we can make you discard first in this case. And
Yeah,
we
5 coppers.
can. Impressive.
Most impressive. Um,
Hmm. Well then. I could get a fresh shuffle here. Yeah, sure. This seems okay. Play another Margrave on you.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
Now let's do the responsible thing. Can I win? Of course not.
I
So,
grabbed a duchy specifically so that you wouldn't be able to.
well, I don't have enough buys to pile out. There's also
Well,
that.
I mean, the other thing is I just really didn't feel like counting.
I don't think I'm getting any grand markets. So,
You don't have enough money to pile out either.
I don't have
Oh,
enough anything to pile out.
I guess if you had a billion buys, you could, get the fortresses and the curses or something. But
What are we doing here? I have to be able to get one more goons if I'm gonna catch up at all. And I don't want to buy anything else there. So, full green. Alright, do your worst.
I'm gonna try to do my best.
Yeah, from your perspective, it's your best.
Okay. Nope. Yup. Oh, I should have done this otherwise. Shoot. Oh well.
If it makes you feel any better, I was keeping a fortress anyway.
I should probably make sure that this wins. Okay, so I'm up by 3 at the moment. Oh, I've still got
Yeah, and that's up to date with the middle
Yeah.
of the turn, unlike the
Yeah, I
ISO
know.
point counter. That's nice.
I know. Well, the plugin I think did that on ISO, but the built-in one didn't.
Ah,
I think. I don't know. I never used the plugin. So we're gonna do it this way. Oh, that doesn't work.
oh, good.
Um, it probably works. Oh, what do you know? Drew another goons.
I hate it when that happens.
I just needed a copper's worth of things, and I think I'd seen like my green. So, yeah. So fortresses are safe, right?
Yeah. Well played. So, I mean, we were doing very similar things. Do you suppose it was your early goons that was helpful, or was there some subtle thing I was doing differently?
Um, yeah, I don't know. I didn't see. I wasn't paying that close of attention to exactly what you had. I think like I got goons early, right? And well, it's not so much that I got goons super early. It took you forever to get yours.
Also true, yeah.
And like I think the thing is there you want to have a lot of governors, but you want to have at least one goon so that it's not just like you were drawing me a lot of cards.
Yeah.
Um, which you sort of had to because you don't really. Well, I don't know. Maybe I guess you could have taken treasures, but yeah, you didn't really have a great play with them. But you couldn't get to 6 for a long time.
I was hoping I would have to do that only once. Just draw
Right.
you cards once so I could get the goons and then it would never
Right.
happen again. And I think it
Right.
ended up happening twice because the first time I drew a bunch I didn't even get to 6. Which there may have been some point in there where I could have remodeled a fortress into a goons that I passed up. Maybe I did, and if I did, that I guess that was a mistake.
Yeah, I think you want to get your first goons really fast. The later ones, it's not super critical you get them quick, but you really want that discard attack. Like I was even thinking maybe, I don't know, maybe you can get a ghost ship,
Yeah.
but you have to watch out because you're going to be limited on fortresses at some point.
Mhm.
But you could probably have well, I don't know. It's not really a pleasant situation though.
Yeah. Well, you make your own shuffle luck. You
Although, now that I think of it, maybe ghost ship is a lot better of an attack after a bunch of governors.
it's better than goons, but I mean if you're just going to play a bunch of governors anyway and draw your deck, if your opponent is going to do that anyway, Yeah, I don't know that it makes that much of a difference.
Well, it's there, but you're probably not actually getting enough that you're really drawing your whole deck, and then they have to redraw all the garbage instead of getting to discard it.
I agree. There's something to be said for that. It's definitely not worse. I mean, I would rather play a ghost ship than a goons. I don't know that it's a
Like
big enough
if
difference.
you were drawing your whole deck, the goons attack would actually be better
Right,
because
because then they can reorder and they don't
they get
stall.
to. Yeah, I was gonna say they get to draw everything in the order they want.
Yeah.
But um, yeah, or if the density of good cards to bad cards in their deck was really like if you went Chapel into it, then the goons attack is gonna be better,
Yes,
right?
I agree.
But with as many like coppers and stuff, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it just really, I had really good shuffle luck there.
Well, that's because you're better. Yeah.
I don't think so. But
Thank you for saying that. You will never convince me of it.
oh, I'm not saying that I don't think that I'm a better player than you, which may or may not be true. It's sort of hard to
You
tell.
are.
What I'm saying is, I don't think that I got better shuffle luck because I'm better than you.
You know, maybe that's not directly true, but
This game particularly. Sometimes maybe there was a thing a game or two back. There was a little subtlety that I can't even remember what it was now, but it was something about triggering the shuffle. Which, by the way, I'm always amused when I watch your videos and you're like Adam 2.0. I don't want to trigger this shuffle here, and a lot of the times I'm like, just trigger it. It doesn't matter that much. Like
no!
it's because every time you would say it, you'd be like, I shouldn't. Adam 2.0, I shouldn't trigger shuffles, but it's like, well, sometimes you want to trigger them.
True. I mean, Adam 2.0 thinks about it all the time, but
Yeah, sure.
but
And
I have to get myself away from just blindly doing it, right? And
yeah.
I made a post about that. What?
Anyway,
Well, it's just the way I choose to approach things
yeah.
is that I will refuse to believe that there is luck. I will refuse to believe that my bad luck is due to my skill, and it doesn't matter if that's actually true to me because it'll make me a better player if I don't believe that's the case.
Yeah, I mean, I get that to some extent, but like, your first turn, whether you have a 2-5 or a 3-4, is really not down here.
True, and I do love my whining, and sometimes I
um,
choose to do that. Yes.
and then what I usually do, instead of trying to say like, oh, this wasn't bad luck or whatever, like a lot of times where it can be, it was definitely clearly bad luck or good luck, but the thing I try to look at is, but was there anything I could have potentially done differently?
Mm-hmm.
Um, might have still lost, doing the perfect thing,
Yeah.
or might have still won. Well, you're not gonna win doing the worst thing, but
True. Open double curse. Sometimes it
might
wins.
it probably does sometimes.
Pile the curses. Does that win?
That wins a lot.
Uh,
Oh,
buy
you mean
nothing
like
but curses.
all of them yourself?
Yes.
I mean that wins occasionally.
Sure. Yeah. Can make it
Not
happen.
not not to start the game unless your opponent is like just like content to pile the coppers.
Hmm.
That'd be interesting sometime. One person has to pile the
The curses
the
before
curses
they
before
start.
you can do anything. The other one has to pile the coppers.
I might have a chance against you in that game.
Well, which side would you take?
It doesn't matter. I feel like I have more of a chance in that game than any of these.
Oh, that's definitely not true. I think
It's
I
got to be
think
curses. There's so many coppers.
yeah.
I mean, any
But it's gonna
trashing
take
at
like
all.
it's gonna take a long time because you're gonna have to help them pile the coppers.
You know
I
what?
realize.
Depends on the kingdom. How about that?
It probably does. It probably does.
Yeah.
But like, think about it. You're gonna have 10 curses, 3 estates, and 7 coppers. What are you going to be able to buy? You're gonna have to buy a lot of coppers to help them pile the coppers
This
before
is
you can get to.
this is a new idea for a video. You know that, right?
I know, isn't it?
Yes. This is gonna be amazing.
This is the best thing ever.
New challenge. Oh, I can't wait.
And then, like, the guy who's then been piling the coppers,
Has
he's going to be able
economy.
to buy
Yeah.
duchy every turn.
Yeah. After turn 46.
Yeah, well,
46
it's
minus. Yeah.
if Chapel's in the kingdom, it's obviously the curse guy.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that this is all in this video.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you guys have stayed around to watch it.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna sign off now.
I couldn't agree more. Thank you for crushing me this game.
Bye.
Bye.